What is a fantasy of yours that will never be fulfilled? Getting to beat my dad at Tekken. Motherfucker whopped my ass at it the first time I'd ever played a video game, and when I finally get the shit set up for a rematch the fucker dies on me. I miss you, Dad, but you just wimped out because you knew I'd win. Being able to travel through time and space as an incorporeal observer, unable to affect events or interact, only watch. I'd go back and witness historical events, or observe wildlife in places never reached by man without disturbing it. Having enough money to retire before I'm 40. The amount of people that have retired at 60 and died within a year is frightening, and I really don't want to work myself to death and not be able to enjoy my life in retirement. I'd like to die as an old man by getting launched into a black hole. I've always been curious about those. But accomplishing a trip like that is just not feasible for me. Being a 15th century Byzantine merchant with unimaginable wealth being stored in a large vault of gold and silver underneath a large building in Galata, Constantinople. Being a homeowner. Being generally happy. Having a career I enjoy. Being able to train for an hour a day. Walking on the surface of another planet. Unless a lot happens in the next couple decades, I am physically incapable of going to space due to my height. I'm over 6 feet 4 inches, not under the minimum. Being tall isn't all it's cracked up to be. The whole little Squatch thing isn't false. Last I remembered, Sasquatch was a rather giant creature. Little 32-hour work week. I waste so much time looking like I'm working because I've finished all my work. It's 2023, we have so much computer power. Why are we slaving away at 40 hours a week? To be genuinely understood and loved by another person, and to be able to love them back in a healthy way. All my bills paid. House cut and late, washing done. Dinner made, kids looked after, kids cleaned. Automatic hoover, husband that gives 24 hours back rubs. Kids are geniuses. Self-loading dishwasher. Don't have to go to work, endless supply of sunshine and money. Thanks, I'm waiting. Maybe not a fantasy, more like an expectation. I always thought you go to school, go to university and live in dorms and get an amazing job that pays enough for a house, a family, and entertainment. Life is so much different. Even though I have a wonderful family and a job I love, the process was not what 8-year-old me thought it would be. Owning a home. Student loans and regular bills eat up so much income. Houses within an hour of my employment are overpriced as hell. Saw a dilapidated 2-bedroom with water damage priced at $350K. Pick up my boss is struck with the telehandler construction company and dropping it from as high as I can lift it. I have this recurring dream where my partner and I befriend Dick Van Dyke and Julie Andrews on a cruise, and then we sit with them in a small theater as we watch Freddie Mercury sing show tunes. I'd like that. Someone I love romantically actually loving me back, and us being in a happy, loving relationship together. Honestly, daydreaming about that feels even more impossible than when I daydream about becoming a billionaire. Being in a relationship. Having someone miss me and want to actually be with me, not just because no one else is around. Getting a guy to act like how the woman usually does in straight porn in real life, BTW. I'm a 100 straight woman, relying on gay male porn in my imagination for now. 2 chicks at the same time. I actually almost accomplished this. We were making out and all stripped naked on my bed. I then passed out. We were all very drunk, traveling around the world. I'm too poor for that. Also having a group of friends and partying together. It's okay to not be in constant pain for the rest of my life. To not need to take like 20 pills a day just to function. To travel more. I've always wanted to go to Italy and Ireland. Also Alaska. Live in PNW, and we've got gorgeous forests, mountains and desert, but I've always wanted to see more. Yellowstone too. Also for sci-fi, upload my consciousness to cloud storage connected to the internet and games. That I never got to be a stay-at-home mother. Unforeseen shit happened, and both times I had to return to work sooner than expected. My kids are teenagers and my heart still aches that I was never able to totally give them my undivided self when they were little. To live with a completely normal functioning brain that doesn't try to sabotage my very existence at every given opportunity. I'm on meds and go to therapy. Part of the process is accepting the situation will never be as perfect as I'd want it to be, and that's just unacceptable in my opinion. Ever since I was little, I have occasionally fantasized about jumping into a pool filled with jello. I know I would drown and or have a distinctly bad time. But hey, a girl can dream. Last time I commented something like this, I got a helpline message, so let me start by saying, it'll be aight. What I really want is someone to just grab me by the wrists and hold me against the wall and just do whatever they want, that are doing dumb date stuff with someone, like just sitting by the lake and watching the sunset. Neither of these will happen cause I get no bitches. Yuspe stepping down from his position as CEO. He's literally going to kill Reddit by tripling down. Having someone truly love me for all of me and not wanting someone else. Trusting them that they truly love me and only want me. Surgical or other medical intervention to permanently cure my ADHD and other neurodivergence issues instead of pills that make me normal for a few short hours a day, at the cost of everything else in my life. Being kidnapped by a hot pirate captain lady and slowly being part of her crew and going on cool adventures with her, but nothing like dangerous or anything, and then we fall in love and sail away into the sunset for the rest of our lives. Pensive face. 18. DP. I'm married hopefully forever, at least that's the plan, but I fantasize about being DP by 2 men. My husband is not open to that idea at all. So, there it stays, and that's okay of course. I keep it a fantasy, this way there is no risk of being disappointed. Never say never, but I've always wanted to worship a man's muscles and clutch his pecs while he gives me the business. Embarrassed smiley face. I want to be a pirate with a crew that explores the 7 seas, but it would be far too impractical now. Getting to bang a mother and daughter at the same time, I feel like the odds of any mother-daughter duo even being down for that are so infinitely small, and the odds of finding them even smaller. I'd probably be more likely to win the lotto, to live a life with no mental health struggles, to not be constantly stressed and worried and tired. Time travel. Then I could go to the future and explore space, then go back in time and document dinosaurs and synapsids. Then steal lots of coins from my coin collection. Then have a threesome with my 2 best friends. At the moment I'm starting to think meeting a nice man who doesn't emotionally manipulate me or treat me like poop, and get married and have a child. Financial freedom. Being in your 20s feels terrible right now, I just want a home sooner than later. To hear Metallica once again sing the original lyrics to Fuel, which were "Give me a quarter, give me 5, give me $1.25. I'd kind of like to watch my wife and another girl go down on each other just once, but I don't see that happening. Gets me going just typing it. I would love to, Black Scissors, with another chick. Won't ever happen, but damn would it feel amazing to rub my pussy on another wet pussy. Nervous sweat. An economic system where a family of 5 can live at least somewhat comfortably off of the income of just one parent that works full-time. You know, like back in the 1950s. I'm into the isekai ideal, want to level. Concrete effort, permanent results, appealing chimes and dopamine. I want to be a shapeshifter so bad it causes me genuine annoyance, but that is basically impossible, so I don't think I'm going to wind up becoming Batman. I don't have martial arts training, nor a cave, and I'm short a few billion just for starters. I failed Kid Me way back when. Basically, I want to be a transformer so fucking badly, just without the whole 4 million-year-long war being hunted by some government agency. Being able to talk about FNAF with my parents without feeling like they are concerned. Also maybe being able to build robots. Owning my own home. And at the rate things are going, being able to retire to enjoy said imaginary home. Living to see the year 3000. I want to see what technology looks like 1,000 or more years from now. Time travel being invented. It'd be cool to meet the sculptor in ancient Greece that made the first dildo. A very dark one about unaliving my abuser. I know I'll never do it, but on bad days, just the thought of it helps me make it through. Being able to be part in a multiple-year running D&D campaign. I already play D&D with my friends, but since we're all old and busy we only are able to have like 4 sessions each year. And we make like little to no progress, see no evil monkey, and I'm the most enthusiast about it all. But they just match my energy with it, lol. But I love him nonetheless. I probably won't live for millions of years while I help and watch and wonder as humanity becomes a Type 3 Kardashev civilization. I really wanted kids with my first wife. She was really warm and kind, and I used to fall asleep at night dreaming of what our life would be like with 2 kids.